Hey guys, welcome back! As you can see behind me, I did as promised and set up a few botany pots between episodes. There are so many different things you can put in these pots, but I really try to focus on both things that can come up in the altar and also that can't be bone mealed. So we have chorus fruit, cactus, vines, coral, tulips, spore blossoms, and lily pads. I do want to eventually add more of these with like moss and the various mushrooms and things like that, but the hopping botany pots are quite expensive. I mean, black chromatic steel is no joke, so I didn't really want to make too many of them straight off the bat. I did also manage to get a bit more work done in the Create Factory, namely I automated sand and gravel production. Kind of like with the cobble gen that's below, both of these will also shut off once I have a certain amount of the resources stored up, and obviously until the sand hits that point I won't really see any gravel generating, but that's okay. And if you're wondering how I have this auto exporting and importing from my system, I was originally going to run cables all the way across the island, but I actually ended up going with this network transmitter at my base and this receiver here, so I can just pull items out of here and put items into here, and it will just be transported to my main system, which is so much easier than what I was going to do. And you may have already noticed in my hotbar, but I also upgraded my old belt into a small backpack. I shifted some things around to try and make this all work the best I can, and I don't actually know if backpack organisation is really something you guys are interested in, so I won't go into detail or anything, but this should hopefully help us out a lot when looting. And if you're wondering where all the gear and stuff is, that's all now in here, so it should all work very nicely. Oh, and yeah, we're on update 10 now, which is pretty cool. This was a smaller patch than Update 9, but they still added some really cool stuff, especially when it comes to jewels. However, I think I'll leave that until a bit later in the episode. For now, I just really want to get into a vault. So, let's see what we need. And one trip into the nether later, we have everything we need. I really need to do the crimson fungus botany pots at some point. So we still have our previous bounties for trying to kill vault spiders and also completing a vault, but while I was over here, I think I saw something out the corner of my eye in the black market, so... I mean... I have enough. And honestly, I'm not really using the black market that much. Do I do it? I think we do it. What's the worst that can happen? The next thing that comes up is even better? I don't know what that would be, so let's do it. Also, I'm pretty sure that treasure rooms actually got buffed in this patch, so that could be very interesting. But we need to actually make this into a proper key, and if we want to see which gem we have the most of, we first need to actually break down all of our ores. You guys ready? Let's see what we get. Okay, looks like we got a pretty healthy amount of ores from that. Let's see what that makes our total. And the answer is... we once again have the most xenium. I mean, every door technically has an equal chance of showing up. And xenium is at least distinctive in that it's the only purple door. So, I guess we're making another xenium key. Okay, scav. Chunky mobs accustomed and plentiful. This theme does not have cave spiders. And, well, it's asking for 2 red scrolls, so it's debatable as to whether or not that's a completable. Ah. Well, this looks dangerous. Although, this is one way of getting to kill vault spiders, I guess. I can hear a spider and I don't know where it is. That's not terrifying. It's there. Oh god. Ah. Nope. Yep. I thought that was gonna happen. Oh man. I really need to remember what my ghost walk carbine is. Ooh. Okay, well, it's been a while since we've died, so it was about time. And if anyone was wondering why I prefer to play casual mode, it's because otherwise I would have just been done for the day right then. So, instead, let's get into another vault. And let's try that again. Okay, ooh, bonus ornate, but chunky again. And find the monolith. Okay, let's see if we can complete this one. And that's one monolith. Ooh, second monolith. Perfect. Thank you. And now we just need to get out of here alive. Which, you know, might be a struggle, given last time. But we'll see. Maybe I just need to not go in dungeons. Although, I feel like I always avoid dungeons and I need to start going in them more, but that did kind of exemplify exactly why I don't. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm not going down that. I learnt my lesson in my last vault. Ooh, beaver. I will take that, thank you very much. Hopefully, the next vault will be completable. I mostly just want to see if I can kill the spiders. They're surrounded by bodyguards of everything else in the vault, which I really don't want to get killed by. Okay, I think that was the last vault spider that was following me. And this is my home room. Okay, let's just kill these guys for the XP and the soul shards. And let's get out. Ooh. Okay. Well, it got close a couple of times, but we didn't die in that vault. And 158 chests is pretty good, to be honest. And we got a very good amount of loot to show for it. We have a magnet to roll, 15 vault diamonds, and a ton of other good loot as well. Once again, just a really good spread. Plus, we completed the bounty, as well as the vault. Wait a second. That's an artifact. Ooh, is that our second artifact? I think that is. Okay. Ooh. So, 4 gear pieces and 3 jewels, but also an artifact. But we'll roll that last. So, jewels first. That's not too bad. That's also not too bad. And that's probably a bit big. Okay. I think we need to roll the gear first. Anything good? We have 2 axes, which are both not worth keeping, partly because they're not great and also because they're axes. The shield is, not dreadful, might be worth keeping as a backup. Ooh, a 13 armor chestplate. Now that is definitely worth keeping as backup, and at some point I probably should upgrade my current chestplate because it's only 9 armor, but we'll worry about that later. And for the magnet? Ooh, I mean, it's scrappy, so it's not going to be as good as ours, but that's got both a good range and a good velocity, so I'm definitely going to keep that as a backup. And then there's the artifact. The one we currently have is this one here, and there is a chance that this is a duplicate, but it's relatively slim at this point because there's a lot of artifacts to find, but let's see what we get. It's new. That feels very, very good. We'll just put this here for now. Ah, that feels very good. Okay, let's get another crystal going. I think that my leggings will probably only last 1 more vault, but I'm hoping they do last 1 more. Otherwise, we might get into a spot of trouble in the next in the next vault. But let's hope we don't, and let's see what this crystal needs from us. And we had everything we needed for that. So let's take our new bounty. We already know we have one to my Woot Dior and get a lot of silver and also 2 swords, so let's take this one. What you got for us this time, huh? 2 times plentiful and elixir. Okay. Ooh, we do have to try and complete. I'd completely forgotten. We got a favour in that last vault. We need to try and actually complete this, so we can earn a reputation point with Wendar, which would be very nice. Oh, okay. That might be doable. We got quite a lot from that. If there's some spiders that want to come out and play, then that's cool. I don't really want to go in there though, because, you know, it was a bad time for everyone involved. Well, mostly for me. The mobs had a great time of it, I'm sure. Yeah, that will do. Bounty complete. Let's get out of here before I accidentally let them loose and die. Wait. Is that an echo right in the front? That is an echo right in the front. Man, 2 times plentiful, we get an echo in our first ARPG. I'll take that. I don't think it's related, but it can't have hurt. Cool. Yes, please give me coins. Oh, you stuck? Aww. Let me help you out of there. There you go. You're free now. And we have all of the elixir we need. And that's a scallium door, possibly? Okay. Let's do this thing. Let's get out of here. Ooh. Okay, I think that was possibly a very good run. I might be wrong. I've been wrong about these things before, but that felt really good. Okay, 129. Not too bad, but a good split. I mean, a lot of coin piles and ores, and a lot of mobs killed. Whew. Yep, that felt very, very good. We got 2 gear pieces, including a common plus. We got a lot of vault diamonds and bronze and an echo ore and a jewel, which isn't a bad roll actually, but it's a bit too big. However, one of the new additions in this patch may be able to help us with that. But before we get to that, we also had a favour active for that vault, and we completed it, which means we now have a reputation point with Wendar, which is also very, very nice. And on top of all of that, we completed the vault, and we completed the bounty. Ooh, that looks like a lot of stuff. Yep, that was indeed a lot of stuff. So a lot of jewels and a lot of gear, so let's look at the jewels first. We have, that's pretty good. That's too big. That's also too big. That's good. That's too big. Too big and not bad. Alright, let's see about this gear. Not bad. Might be worth keeping hold of. 16 attack damage, sword, scrappy, that's not worth keeping. That's probably scrap, as is that. And that one, 11% block chance is a very low roll. 17% might be worth as a backup, although it is only scrappy. That's probably scrap, but I'll double check I haven't got anything worse in my backup chest. Okay, so I mentioned we might be able to do something with this jewel, which is currently a bit too big to be worth keeping. So in the latest patch, they added this, which is the jewel cutting station, which, as it says, allows jewels to be cut to decrease their sizes. So let's craft this up. It's not too expensive at this point, but it's not super early game. There we go. Let's put this... Oh, that was apparently a quest. I didn't even check if the quests had updated. I needed to acquire a jewel cutting station. Well, I did that by accident. Essentially, what you can do is you can put a jewel in with some silver scrap and some bronze. By the way, if you just leave one in there, it stays and renders and it looks really, really cool. But anyway, so we've currently got a 47 size, 6% trap disarm chance. And what this lets you do is with a 50% failure rate, it will lower the size between 1 and 10, or it will just break the jewel. So let's see how we do. Okay, see, it took 6 off, and if we do it again, it destroyed the jewel. And you get a gemstone back and a random amount of rooted eye gems. So obviously that was a shame, but also I wasn't going to use it as it currently was because it was just too big. So if you ever have a gem which has things that you really want, but it's too big, now it's always worth putting it into the jewel cutting station and just seeing if you can get it down to something that's usable. I'll see if I've got another good example. Okay, this one should be a good example for us. So currently I wouldn't really use this jewel because it's size 31 and gilded and copiously don't really work together, so it's too big for only one of them and both of them together isn't super useful. So if I put this in here, so when there's multiple modifiers like this, the first time it fails, it will just take off one of the modifiers, and then if it fails again, it will break like the first time. So if I do this, okay, you see it did lower the size, but it got rid of the gilded affinity and left me with just copiously, which I actually prefer having the copiously. See? Size 15. You can actually take this all the way down to size 10, which is the lowest jewel size. So this can also be used if you really want to min-max, but you do run quite a large chance of breaking the jewel. So if it's one that you really want and it's already pretty good, might not be worth it. In conjunction with this, they did actually add a new expertise, which is the jeweler, which basically increases the likeliness of succeeding. So if you get this all the way up, then you have a 74% chance of succeeding and only a 26% chance of it breaking, which is obviously good if you plan on doing a lot of jewel cutting. I'm not sure if I'll end up taking this, but we'll see how we end up. In the meantime, before we get into our next vault, we finally have enough skill points for speed 2, so let's get that. And my leggings are quite close to dying now, as is my magnet, so rather than risk breaking them inside the vault, I think I'm actually going to swap to this magnet, which we rolled before, and I also want to see if we can make something good out of these leggings, which I found in my backup chest. Now, I actually wouldn't mind keeping the increased damage and the item quantity, so I wonder if we can just take off the cooldown reduction. Which, don't get me wrong, it's a perfectly good modifier, but it's not a great roll, and I don't really think I need it at the moment, so will I get lucky? Oh, I did get lucky. Okay, let's add some stuff. 4 health, okay, not bad. Let's give these a try. And now we've got that sorted, let's see about another crystal. Nice and easy. And since we've finally completed the Vault Spider's bounty, we need to take a new one. So we have either complete an elixir vault, which is doable and looks like good rewards, or find 11 nullifying focuses. Let's find 11 nullifying focuses. Why not? Oh, opulent, prosperous, and trapped. Okay, and it is an elixir vault, so if we complete it, I'll still take that. Don't need a bounty for it to be worth the completion. Has this helped us at all? Okay, we're a 7 out of 25. Also, I'm pretty sure that was new in this update as well. They updated how the bounties show, and it looks so nice and clean. I love it. Elixir's not looking great on this one. We haven't found many things that have a good amount, but we'll see. I'm also happy to just loot this as well, because I could always do with some more loot. Although, with it being trapped, ores might honestly be the best way of going forward with this vault. All 4 of those were trapped! Oh my god. We're doing 10 minutes left. I mean, if we get very lucky with what we find, we might be able to do this, but I don't think it's going to be doable. But that's fine. Speed 2 felt very nice. I don't think my movement has been too bad, so let's see how we did. 117 chests, not too bad. And man, we pretty much only found wooden. We didn't find a single gilded. Huh. Fair enough. Overall, not the most loot we've ever had in a vault. We obviously got no jewels, we also didn't get any gear, but we did get a decent amount of ores, including 5 wootedite towards our bounty, a good amount of carbon, and 10 out of 11 nullifying focuses for our other bounty, so we should be able to complete that one in the next vault. Speaking of the next vault, I think I have time to run one more today, so let's just get a crystal going and see what we get. Snowballs. Deep slate, which I think I only have like 30 of now, so I need to go mine some more. Chicken and lapis. The numbers are really starting to get up there for some of these things. What do we have? Opulent, find the monolith vault. Okay, I'm fine with that as the last vault of the day. Also, I'd forgotten how much I love the zombies in this vault. They just look so cool. I get the feeling this theme might trick me quite a lot into thinking that I see a xenium door out the corner of my eye, so that's going to be fun. That being said, I can't blame this theme. I love it so much. It looks so cool. So, it's worth the confusion. Wait, is this? This is an Omega room, and it's the paint bucket room. I love this thing. Let's see what we can get out of here. That's such a lovely feeling. Oh, I love it. Well, that's the bounty complete. I love this room. Let's go down first. Okay, there's actually so many buckets. What on earth? That... Look, I missed some coins. That's what I went down there for. I definitely didn't just fall like an idiot. That would be so dumb for someone to just fall like that. I mean, come on. We all know I'm better at the game than that. One day, I won't embarrass myself when I'm recording. Actually, I won't. That's a lie. I think that's everything we need out of this room, and it's just so good. I love the paint bucket room so much. We do actually need to try and find some monoliths. Oh, there's one. It's almost like it heard me. Thank you. Oh, well, there's another monolith. Oh, hi. You know what I really don't need is a baby tank that can heal itself. And final monolith, we just need to loot and get out. Please tell me this is my way out. It is. Perfect. Let's go. That felt really good. 165 chests. That was really good. And it was opulent, which meant extra item quantity, which, especially given we got the Omega room, is so useful. That vault felt so good, and we got so much stuff. We got a good amount of ores, a fundamental focus, which is absolutely huge, plus even before we opened the completion crate, we already managed to get 4 jewels and 3 gear pieces and 4 inscriptions. So that Omega room and the rest of the vault just paid off so good for us. Anyway, so the jewels first. We have... Ooh, that is really good. That would be absolutely amazing for an immortal Paxel. That's really good too. Ooh, that's big, but it's a good roll on mining speed, so possibly worth cutting down, although the chance of actually getting it anywhere near usable is pretty remote. And that's also pretty good. And then of course we managed to complete the bounty, and we completed the vault. So between the bounty and the completion crate, we got a further 6 pieces of gear and also 6 jewels. So, as usual, jewels first. That's actually really good. That's possibly a bit big. That's also too big. Too big. Too big. And honestly, I don't see that many vanilla immortality jewels, so that could also be worth keeping. Or maybe cutting down. Right, let's see about all this gear, shall we? Okay. Things we found inside the vault first. That's not a bad sword, although it's scrappy, so we'll see. 12 armour, also not bad, but it's scrappy again, so I'd have to check it against my spares. That's a pretty low roll on the magnet. Probably scrap. 12 armour again, but this time at least it's a common, so not too bad. 11 armour helmet. It's common, so might be worth keeping hold of, but not great. 11 armour scrappy. It's got a really good mana regen roll, but probably not worth keeping. 12 armour, scrappy, possibly also not worth keeping. 12 armour boots, I'd have to double check it against my spares, but once again, scrappies are just a hard sell because you just can't get the prefixes and suffixes that you can on the other gear. And finally, oh, would you look at that? I mean, it's 11 armour and it's scrappy, but 55% mana regen on. That's... I mean, I'm gonna keep hold of that because that's huge, but I don't know if I'll ever use it, but I'm definitely not gonna scrap it straight away. And just before we wrap up for the day, don't worry, I didn't forget about fortuning the Echo Ore that we got earlier in the episode. Okay, I I might have forgotten, but I remembered when I was editing, so that's basically the same thing. So, let's see what we get this time. I think we got 1. Do we get 1? 1. Okay, well, it could have rolled a 0, so that's something at least. However, I am gonna have to leave it there for today. I think next episode I might try and get some more of the quests done so we can look at storing builds and things like that, but for now, thank you guys for watching, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!